Okay, guys, I'm going to go back to Ask Scruff. It's quite important, this one, and I don't want to take it the wrong way, because the way I'm reading it is definitely chasing a market. Okay, so it's for Dex. Little salute to you. The one thing that I'm going to have to stress here is the bias tool is not a trigger at all. It is there purely to give a sentiment of the market. All right. So the question is, let's say it's showing a sell trade of a B after the 1 hour is closed. Okay. So you put your sell order in the previous low of the red candle. All right. First of all, you need to have checked to make certain the criteria is ticking your boxes to put that order in, not just because the sheet said sell. If you're doing that, you're wasting your time. All right. It gets triggered, and now the 15 and 30 minute has passed. So now again, I update the bias tool, and now it's telling me to wait. The question is, which part are you updating? Because once you've committed to the trade, you don't need to look at this again. You look at it at the end of the hour. You've got to allow the trade to breathe. Okay? You only start updating it till it tells you it's ready. Once it's ready, you then go to the chart and you put the bias tool to one side. Now, at the top of the hour, this is where you start doing it again. So let me kind of explain this, because that to me looks like you're trying to over-engineer it and chase a market. Once you've done your bias, we'll just say it's 10 o'clock in the morning. And in this scenario, it was a B grade, so reasonably okay to go. And it told you to monitor it. You would then go to your chart and you would look at your trigger chart, 15 minute or your 5 minute. Okay. Now, you also want to take into account your levels, as one of them being breached. Is your trigger RSI in the direction you want it to go in? So I use a 15 and a 5. So I check to see if the 15's momentum is in my direction. If it is, fine, I'll put my order in. And once it's triggered, that's it. The bias has done its job. I don't need to keep to an hour. So I can now monitor the trade. I'll have my stop in where it needs to be, because the stop is a situation of there's no real fixed stops. If you are having a fixed stop, use half an ATR. Put my madness positions in, okay? And if two of them have been triggered, as is in this case, did he say 2? I'm sure you said 2. Yeah, two of the pending orders are triggered, fine. As long as that general direction is okay, I'll live with it. Now, once the hour is closed, I may do an assessment again. And the only thing I'm looking for is whether the dominant direction has changed its direction. The now can go up and down. It can flip backwards and forwards. But the dominant direction, where I'm taking my signals from, I would only kill the trade if that changed. If it didn't, I would ride it out, but I would also manage it out. So my rules are very simple. 1, 2, 3, trade. 4, I'll get out where I got in. 5, I'll look to get out. And that's it. Very, very simple process. But don't try and over-engineer it as the magic pill. That's the impression that I get from the questions that you've just been putting in. It's there. I know, like I say, at the start of this, I said, don't take it the wrong way. What I'm trying to do with all of these is give you the tools to work with, but you can't chase a market. If you chase a market, you're finished before you start. So top of the hour, do your bias and ask yourself a question. Is it ready? Yes or no? If it says yes, fine. Is it in a monitoring state or a waiting state? If it's in a waiting state, you wait 15 minutes and then change just the 5 minute. Then you wait another 15 minutes, you change the 15 and the 5 minute, and you wait for it till it says monitor. And as soon as it says monitor, that isn't your time to go to market. That's your time to look at the chart to see where the entry point is. Once you've entered the market, you should already know where your stop is, so you can place your madness points in correctly, and then you put your take profit where you want that to be, whether it's a nominal target of 10 pips or the next level, whatever you choose, and you manage the trade. Now, to keep an eye on sentiment, top of each hour, yes, do your bias. And if the double D changes, well, you're wrong, because you'll be going the opposite direction. Just get out. And that's the way I use the sheet. I hope that helps, and I genuinely hope it makes sense to you. Catch you soon, kid.